Hello my Canasta friends, welcome to Canasta Class Clinic. In this video we'll be discussing basics, tips, and strategies all about Canasta as we play on real Canasta. We'll be talking about a reminder of rules about wilds. Please put any questions in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them. And if you have any suggestions as we play on real Canasta, as things you would have done different, or you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. I love hearing from you. Let's get on with our topic. Let's talk about the basics about wilds. There are 12 wilds, there are 8 twos, and 4 jokers. Also remember, you're permitted to only add up to 2 wilds per meld. The special hands with wilds. 2 common special hands with wilds are singles. You'll use 1 joker and 1 2. And there's also pairs where you'll use matching wilds for your pairs. Opening. Opening with wild cards, creating a wild card meld, you do not need a clean triple as long as the wilds total 125, 155, or 180. 4. Placements of wilds. You are not allowed to tell your partner where to lay their wilds, so a card laid by your partner is a card played. Number 5. Base of 5. It is best to learn base of 5, meaning you must have 5 natural cards before you add any wilds. This is after your initial meld. It is a good habit to get into, which creates good strategy for wild cards. Some people only play base of 3, or they can play wilds anytime, but again, a good strategy is base of 5. A wild card canasta. Wild cards must be closed before adding any wild cards to additional melds. Number 7, empty tray. When picking the pack, make a plan for discards on the empty tray. You are not allowed to discard wilds on an empty tray. As a reminder, you're not allowed to discard aces, sevens, or a dead card. Number 8, discard wilds. The only time wilds can be discarded is if you only have wilds in your hand, or you're going out and the wilds will be placed face down. Number 9, incomplete wilds. You cannot go out if you have incomplete wild cards, meaning a pure wild card meld. You must complete it before you can go out with your partner. And scoring. You get bonus points for wild card canasta plus the value of the individual cards in the canasta. However, if you have an incomplete wild card canasta, meaning you only have 5 wild cards at the end of the game when the stockpile is finished or the opponents go out, you get a penalty for incomplete canasta. If you're in the position with at least 1 canasta completed, you do get the actual card count of the meld of the wild cards. If you have any questions about wilds, please put them in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them. Considering subscribing by clicking the subscribe button on the home page of Canasta Class on YouTube. It means the world to me that you help grow this channel and tell others about it. Don't forget to give thumbs up when you like the topics that I share with fellow canasta players, and put comments on things you like or things you would further like to discuss. Thank you again for being here and taking time to watch this video. We're going to head on over to Real Canasta and play. We're going to start a new game. We're going to play fast with that initial meld. After your initial meld, having 5 cards before you can add a wild, and we're doing invisible mode. Sort by suit. Pick a card for your turn. If you had 3s, make sure you put your 3s out, and we're going to get rid of the 5. Maybe we could play pairs, but when we have wilds, we have to have aces and 7s. 1 7 in the deck. Remember, count those. Up here's an ace. There's our clean triple. So we have 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95. We don't have enough yet. Let's go ahead and get rid of 4. There's 1, 2 sevens. I think we might have enough now. We have 80, 90, 100. We're still short. 115. We have 115. Oh, now we have enough. We're going to open because the other team has opened. Let's go and start our meld. That's we need 35 more points. Let's put out our pure. And we need 20 more points. We're just going to add it to our aces, and we're going to try to hold our cards. My opponent on my left threw out a jack. I think queens were thrown earlier. Let's try a queen. It's a little bit of a gamble. She could pick it. Oh, sweet. Perfect card to discard. Put out my 3. Oh, we got another queen. I'm going to put out my ace. Maybe my partner has 2 aces. And I'm going to discard the queen. I know that was a safe discard. I think that's 3 or 4 sevens. Oh, that's definitely 4 sevens. I'm going to throw out the 4. Oh, this is terrible. Nobody has, I'll put out my 10s. And I'm going to give my partner the 7s. He was throwing out 7s before. I can't add a wild card until there you go. I can add a wild card onto the 6. I can put my wild card down. And we got our 1 canasta. And I probably could add a bunch of queens. So we got positive points because we did have the 1 canasta. The other team also got positive points because of 1 canasta. They did not get their 3s, nor did we. Next round. We're still both at 125. Don't forget to sort by rank. Put out your 3. Pick a card for your turn. We're at 125. We don't have it yet. We have our triple, but we don't have another pair. My opponent put out a 5. I'm going to put out a 5. He discarded an 8. I'm going to put out an 8. I have to pick first for my turn. Oh, we have opening. Let's open. Just so my partner can pick the pack. And we know 8s are safe to discard, and I think a 4 is too, so let's keep those off to the right. Yay, my partner picked. I don't have another queen, and I don't have an ace, but I'm going to get rid of this 8. Oh, I could put my 6s out. I should have done that also. Oh, perfect. I'm going to close the 6s and get rid of the 4. time around, I'll go ahead and close the queens, just so we get 2 canastas. And I think at this point I'll put out the jacks. Only want to hold 2 sevens, so let's get rid of 1. Let's get rid of the jack. That's 2 sevens. So they ended up going out. We weren't able to use our wilds because we're playing base of 5. So my partner had 2 wilds, I had a wild. That's the downfall of playing base of 5. But again, it's good strategy to meld your wild cards on 5 so that you can get a canasta. We are at 125 and they are also at 125. Next round. Put out your 3s. Pick a card for your turn. And get rid of a low card. We're at 125, so we could get rid of those low cards also. We have our 3, but we don't have any. We have 1 wild. We need more wilds. We could maybe play a special, which is 4 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 3 of a kind, and 2 pairs. Let's get rid of the 7. Get rid of the jack. The 6. Need some more wilds. That's 2 sevens, I think. 3 sevens. Oh, maybe we could do it now. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 100, 10, 20. Maybe we'll break this up and put out our 10s and discard a 9. Oh, we got 2 sevens, which is perfect. I don't think there's enough in there. I only think that's 3 sevens. Put out your 3s. Perfect. We got a canasta. I'm going to put out my 9s next. Not going to pick the pack. We don't have a pair. Put out my 9s. I can't add my wilds anywhere, and I'm going to get rid of the queen. Oh, that's, I mean, great for them, but that's crazy. Okay, we won that game. Well, they won that game, excuse me, but we did get a points, positive points. They are going to be at 155 and we're going to be at 125. Let's start our next game. Sort by suit. Pick a card for your turn. Put out a low card. We're at 125, the other team's at 155. My partner opened, so we can play out cards. We're going to put the 9 out to be in 4th position, and we're going to discard the 4. We're going to hold on to 2 aces and 2 sevens until someone shows us, our partner shows us if they have more. Hold on to pairs so we can pick the pack. We have a pair of 10s, take the pack. Put out the additional 10. I'm going to hold on to 2 10s to pick again because they might think we put out all our cards. I'm going to put out the 9. I'm going to put out the 2 5s and I'm going to put out 3 4s. And I'm going to discard the king. So I'm setting myself with all pairs. Give my partner 1 turn to add her cards, and then I'll go ahead and probably, yep, she didn't add anything. I'm going to go ahead and add a bunch of cards now. I'm going to put out the 10s and close them. And I'm going to close the 9s. Put out my 6. Put out my 4s. And discard 1 ace. That's 2 aces. I put out my 8s. My opponent discarded a 5. I don't have a 5. It's a little, if I put a jack, I'm thinking he could have jacks. I think I'm going to do my other ace. That's only the 3rd ace. Oh, I have to pick a card first. Yeah, I'm going to do an ace. Now I'll put out my jack. He just put out his jacks, and jacks are in 6th position. They can't pick the pack. Looks like 3 aces, 4 aces. Aces are getting dangerous. I can put out the jack. I can also put out the 9. Oh, good for them. They were able to get 2 canastas. I'm going to put out my 8 and the 9. Discard. I'm going to discard the 5. Queens are still open, but I believe my opponent does not have queens, so that's a good discard. Oh, it's a close game. We're at 155 and they are at 180. Nice hand. Let's see if this is going to be a determining game. Maybe we can get a special hand. That would be really nice. Put out your 3s. Pick a card for your turn. And we're going to get rid of these low cards. So let's get rid of a 6. We do have our pure here. So we have 60, 70, 80, 95. But we don't have another pair to use the wild card. do have the pair of 9s, so that we have 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10. Let's get rid of a 5. These low cards aren't helping us get to 155. Hopefully we'll get another clean triple with a 10-point card. We're still trying to get 155. Let's get rid of these 5-pointers. We also need 3 of a kind. Oh, maybe we're getting there. We still need 3 of a kind. The opposing team's opening. We have 100, 10, 20, 30, 40. Oh, good. My partner's opening. Oh, and we match, which is even better. I think that's the first 7. And I could take the pack. And we are going to try to put out most everything we have, because we're getting down to the wire here. Oh, and I have 4 7s I have to get rid of too. I could hold the 10. That could be my discard. I'm going to put out my 8s. Put out all the 6s. All the 5s. I've at least got a canasta out of that, and I think we're going to get another one out of all the 4s. I have to have 2 more turns to get rid of my 7s. Let's put out our 10. Oh boy. It's like a race. I'm going to pick a card. I'm going to close the 6s. And close the 8s. And discard a 7. I'm going to keep track of 7s. And we don't have to hold the aces anymore, but we have to get rid of our 7s first. Next discard is going to be the ace. Picked a jack, which is perfect. We can use our 2 wilds. And we only got minus 20 points. That was a good ending. Oh, look at the score. It's so close. We're both at 180. Ugh, if we just got one more canasta. So now we're at 180, which is going to be tough, but maybe we could go for pairs. Put out your 3s. I'm going to get rid of this 5. Probably going to end up getting rid of these low cards. Oh, definitely. Let's get rid of a 6. So I have 100, 10, 20, 30, 40. We need another pair. 40, 50, 60. We need another wild. 70, 80. Let's see if we can do it. 160, 70, 80, 90. Oh, we could do a total A. Let's put out our opener of 180. And then we just need the pure. And let's discard a queen. Hopefully we'll be able to pick the pack with these 4s. 1 7. Oh, jeez. There it is. Hopefully we can get some nice canastas out of this. Let's do all the low cards. I'm sure there's canastas of them. We do have a lot of 7s we have to get rid of. You can hold on to a pair of 6s. Let's put the jack out, and the 9s, and the 10s, and the 8s. Actually, I'm going to put it all out. We have 2 canastas now. There's only 14 cards left. I'm not going to be in any problem. I'm going to get rid of the king. And we have to get rid of 2 7s, and then we can add our wild. Oh, this is going to be game for us. How sweet. As long as the other team doesn't get a special hand, we'll be in good shape. We only needed 500 points. Oh, perfect. I was able to get rid of my 7s. I'm gonna close the 8s and get rid of 1 7, and we're in good shape. We definitely have this game. A 9. Let's get rid of an ace. Aces are closed. Very cool. That was super nice that we were able to get rid of all of our 7s, and we ended the game with 11,585. So sweet. Thank you again for joining me and watching this video. I hope you picked up a tip or strategy throughout the game, and if you're new, I hope you understand some of the basics. Next week, we'll be discussing more basics, tips, and strategies, and we'll talk about more of rule reminders, whether it's advanced or beginner. We'll still talk about all the rules. If you have a topic that you'd like me to go over, please post it in the comments below or email me at mahjongclass@yahoo.com, which is right up here. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Catch you in the next one. Take care.